Okay, let's talk about Roblox. It's this company that's basically a digital playground for millions of people. But for investors, it can feel like a total puzzle. So today, we're going to use a really sharp framework to cut through all the noise and figure out what's actually going on with this company. And that's really the heart of the issue, isn't it? I mean, pretty much everyone has heard of Roblox, but what is it? Is it a game? A social media platform? The first real step into the metaverse? This confusion is exactly what we need to clear up. To do that, we're going to borrow a really cool tool from the investing legend Peter Lynch. He called it the 2-minute drill. It's basically a fast, super effective way to get right to the core of what makes a business tick.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to break it down into 5 key parts. What Roblox actually is, the financial numbers you really need to pay attention to, its big growth story, the risks you got to watch out for, and then finally, the big verdict.
So let's dive right in with that first, most basic question. Now, the biggest mistake people make is thinking of Roblox as just one big game. But the truth is, it's something way, way bigger.
Roblox has this kind of fancy corporate name for it, a human co-experience platform. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Well, think of it this way. Roblox isn't really the game developer. They're more like the company that makes a massive digital box of Legos. They give creators the tools to build their own 3D worlds and even make money from them. It's kind of like YouTube, but for interactive experiences instead of just videos.
And this right here, this is the engine that makes the whole thing run. It's what they call the creator flywheel. So creators build cool games, which pulls in more users. More users playing means more chances for those creators to make money. And you know what? More money gets them excited to build even more, even better stuff. It's this powerful, self-feeding cycle. And when it's working right, it is incredibly potent. This is the absolute core of the bull case for Roblox.
Okay, now let's talk money. Let's see how this all adds up. Because if you only look at the headline earnings, you're probably going to walk away pretty confused. You have to look just a little bit deeper.
Now, here is a number that might actually surprise you. $1.8 billion. That's the cash the business generated from just running its day-to-day operations in a recent fiscal year. This isn't profit, it's not revenue, it's the actual cash left in the bank. And believe me, it tells a completely different story than what you see on the official income statement.
And this gets us to what I call the financial paradox of Roblox. How can a company be losing money on paper but be raking in so much cash? It's all because of a kind of quirky accounting rule. See, when you buy Robux, Roblox gets your money right away, instantly. But for their official books, they have to spread that revenue out over, get this, 27 months. So the big takeaway here is simple. Follow the cash, not the reported profit. The cash flow tells you the real story about the company's health. All right, so now that we get the business model and the one number that really matters, where does the growth come from? Well, if you're bullish on the company, you're probably pointing to 3 big drivers.
Daily active users. That's the lifeblood of Roblox, and you can see a really clear upward trend here. But the really interesting part of this story is where that growth is coming from. Look at that acceleration in the Asia-Pacific region, and even more importantly, check out the growing number of users who are over 13. This is exactly what people are talking about when they say Roblox is aging up. So, to spell it out, here are the 3 main growth drivers. First, that aging up we just saw. They're trying to attract older users by allowing for more complex, sophisticated games. Second is just plain global expansion, trying to grab a bigger piece of the enormous global gaming market. And third is AI. They're betting big on artificial intelligence to make it easier for people to build, easier for players to find new stuff, and, crucially, to help keep the platform safe.
But of course, no investment is a sure thing. So for a balanced view, we have to talk about the real headwinds Roblox is facing. And these are pulled straight from their own financial reports, by the way.
And these risks, they are significant. That whole profitability thing is still a big question mark. Keeping the platform safe, especially with so many kids on it, is a massive, never-ending challenge. And that awesome creator flywheel we talked about, well, it can break. It breaks if creators get unhappy or if competitors manage to lure them away. These are some pretty serious issues for any investor to think about.
Okay, so we've looked at the business model, the real numbers, the growth plan, and the risks. It's time to bring it all together and frame the final decision an investor has to make.
So here you have it, the 2 sides of the coin. The bull case says this is a cash-generating machine with a one-of-a-kind creator economy, and it has tons of room to grow with older users and new countries. But the bear case, well, it sees a company that still hasn't proven it can be consistently profitable, and it's navigating a total minefield of safety issues, regulations, and tough competition. that could derail the whole thing. So there you have it. That's the framework for understanding the Roblox story. It's this tale of a cash-rich platform with incredible potential, but it's also facing some really serious challenges. The ultimate question for you as an investor is pretty simple. Now that you've heard both sides, which chapter of the story do you think comes next?